the world the truth.
Well, yeah, then it was Judaism.
You guys tried to deny it, and you hurt him. You hurt him. You guys were mean to our Lord.
Yeah, we tried to stop something that would affect our dominance.
What you had no dominance, dude. Rome was fucking you guys up.
David fucking nuked you guys with a goddamn slingshot, bro. What? Yeah, Judaism was the most powerful place on earth.
Well, I do think they were in the process of getting the power.
You couldn't even figure out what you were trying to say.
It's American to go there.
What a great way to start a podcast.
Wow, guys, just coming in laughing, having fun. Guys having fun.
You guys should have seen this stuff before.
It was so good. Ari.
Yeah, bro.
Say hello.
What's up, guys? My name's Ari Shafir. I'm one of those.
I like that.
Joe.
I like
James.
that.
Hello, I'm James McCann. I'm not. I'm just hanging out. I'm from Australia. I'm happy to be here.
He's from Australia.
Where are you from,
believe it?
James?
I'm from Adelaide.
Nice. Nobody goes there.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
No,
country.
Tony
Giant
Hinchcliffe
bats.
came
Giant
once.
bats, right?
We got giant bats. Tony Hinchcliffe came and said we had the worst comedy scene he had ever seen. We have that on a little
The
plaque
Australian
now.
comedy scene's crazy, dude. It lives and dies around. Who's the guy? Who's the main guy?
Powers was.
No, Jim Jeffries.
Jim Jeffries.
Damien Powers
within
was
Australia,
number one.
He's exceptional.
Every
Yeah, he's
Australian
great.
comedian goes, I've supported Jim Jeffries. Every Australian, it's the whole ecosystem.
The
He's the
ecosystem's
son.
Jim Jeffries.
Jim Jeffries is the son of
No,
Australian
they
comedy.
hated Jim Jeffries till he got big outside Australia.
Really?
Yeah, they're like, "Fuck you! You think you're better than us?" And then he hit big in America. Like, you're pretty cool.
Yeah. America supports big dogs. I feel like every other country tries to tear down any big dog. You think you're the big guy, huh? You think you're the big fella?
Truth.
Think you're the big fella, eh? And then he
Yeah.
gets big and supports the whole comedy scene. They go, I've supported Jim Jeffries.
I've always loved Jim Jeffries.
I bought him a VB once.
How do you feel about that?
I've never bought Jim Jeffries a VB. I might open for him in Pittsburgh, maybe. I don't know.
You might.
I'm told I might
you
be
need to
allowed
support him in Pittsburgh.
I would like to support him in Pittsburgh.
Do you think you could kick his ass?
Could I kick Jim Jeffries' ass?
I don't know. I don't know
Could
what
you?
his-
No, he's big and he's sober and he's wiry and he's got a new baby and he's full of anxiety.
You gotta
Really?
steal his
Oh,
baby, make him
yeah.
even fight.
He'd bite you.
Yeah,
Dude,
steal his
fuck you
baby. Be like, try something. We'll see what happens to this baby.
You'd be
Why do I wanna fight?
You'd be a dingo. You'd say, "Oh no, dingoes eat my baby again." Oh.
That didn't happen. She killed that baby.
She killed a baby.
She
killed
definitely
that
killed
baby.
that baby.
Yeah.
Kill that baby.
You should take his baby and
You
use
should.
it for
What do
collateral.
we want? I don't.
Kidnap his
Because you
What if
called
his
Jim-
baby disappears
when you
and
were
this
calling-
video comes
he
out
called
and
Jim
I'm
Jeffries a
wearing it.
pussy early last night at the bar.
That's what happens in American bars.
That's slander.
No, but for real,
That's
hear me out. If you stole Jim Jeffries' newborn baby,
Yeah.
you could get whatever you want. You'd have all the power.
He has money
He would
and he has a
bend,
reason
dude.
to pay.
He would bend.
He'd bend to your will.
Surely there's an easier baby to abduct than a Jeffries baby at this point. Someone I don't know, someone I'm not related to. If I'm going
Yeah,
to,
but
But
what
you
would
know
you
he's
get?
on the road. He's on the road.
True,
you gotta
man.
fly back wherever he
I
lives.
think he lives in a compound though, right?
You can
Compound
get in
media?
there.
Isn't that how people live in LA? They have big fences and guns and big
No,
dogs.
you can get in there. All right,
I don't
let's
want to
start the
steal your baby.
podcast.
True. What's up?
Matt, what's going on?
Not much, man. The only thing right now that I have two things floating on my mind. Mainly is I simped in a dream recently, and I'm not happy about it.
Who'd you simp for?
Stranger, total stranger.
You fell in love.
I was walking in an apartment complex and I simped, and Brittany was right next to me, and she's like, "Dude, she didn't use this language." She's like, "Why are you simping to that lady?" And I was like, "Not. She's just being nice to me." And then I was simping the whole time. I was like, I'd like go and be like, I go outside and take out the trash. And I'd be like, hey, what's going on? And I kept simping the whole dream. It was
loved.
completely embarrassing, dude. And and then eventually there was like a big event in the apartment complex, and I gave a speech about the vax, and then they all walked away, and I was like, no.
You gave a speech about the vaccine. Was it about its cons?
I legally can't say it on YouTube, but I was in a physical contest.
You can't say your
I was in a physical contest against a person who was like heavily boosted, and we had to like do one-on-one football, and I won. And I was representing another contingent of people of a possibility of the vaccine.
You're
And I
always a
won.
leader in your dreams.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You are like a leader of men in your dreams.
What's one-on-one football too?
It was just he had to try to
It's just a
tackle me.
race.
Oklahoma drill?
He had
You
to try to
Oklahoma-
tackle me, and I was carrying him all my. It was a kid I played Pee Wee football with.
You had the Oklahoma drill against a
Yep.
kid to
You
prove
Jim
the
Browned
vaccine.
him
It was
into the end
boosted,
zone?
and I was carrying him on my back, and I looked at the lady I was sipping for, and I was like, and her whole family left, and I was like, oh man.
My-
And I woke up, and I had to look at my wife and be like, I'm so sorry, I simped in the astral realm. I didn't do anything. I was just simping so fucking hard
You just were in love. You were
for
showing off.
for a total stranger.
Did it work?
No, dude, because then I
Damn.
won. I literally scored a touchdown with this dude on my back, and I was just like, fuck the fucking, you know what? Fuck that medicine. And her whole family was like, what the fuck
You
is
said,
this?
fuck that. You spiked the ball and said, fuck that medicine.
That was my dream.
Medicine.
That was my dream.
Dude, that's a slick 76ers tee.
Yo, thank you, bro.
That is
It's
nice.
very slick.
Thank you. I don't know. It found its way into my wardrobe, and I've
Yeah, how
been
the fuck
rocking
did
the
you get
shit out
that?
of it. I don't know. This was definitely something. I think I was swimming at a pool, and I think I somehow got
Somebody
this.
gave it
Just
to you.
stole it. Just be like on a chair nearby yours. You're like,
I
it'll
did.
do.
I don't know how this got into my apparel, but I've been rocking the shit out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's right now.
It's a good dream.
It's number one on my mind. But
That was last night?
that was like 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
2 nights ago, I had that dream. I can't.
Do you
stop
remember what
thinking
the
about it.
beautiful woman looked like? That
Just
you
a brunette.
searched for?
Just a brunette.
A brunette.
A brunette.
A white brunette?
Pale brunette. Yeah. I was taking out the trash. She was being nice to me, dude.
You simped to a white?
I did. It was my dream. This is my unconscious.
Deep down inside, you want
In
to
my
be with,
deep down creative
you want
force.
to be with Whitey.
In my deep down creative force, I was simping to Whitey.
Whitey.
But then I turned around and
you simped to a fucking
but then
white?
I hit her family with an anti-establishment take, and they all went, "This guy's no good," and
True.
walked away. I crawled back to my wife, and I was like, "I'm so sorry, I was simping."
It didn't work. It's no problem.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it got me. It was pretty funny. I woke up and I was like, "It's kind of funny."
That is very funny.
Just purely simp. There was nothing sexual. It was
Not
just me
fucking
simping.
in a dream, just like pathetically trying to flirt.
Just oh hey. That's all it was. This will impress her family. Oh, dude! I will say, when you just watch Bryce Harper hitting the home run, that was the feeling.
Dude,
I
that was
experienced
great.
that feeling in the dream. Imagine carrying someone on your back into the end zone in front of it. Was the whole apartment complex was watching. It was crazy. It was.
Do you think Bryce hit that to deny the as soon as he got done hitting it, he was like, "Fucking bullshit medicine,
what do you,
dude."
What do you think this means, dude?
That means the vaccine. Dr. Fauci.
Yeah, I drove the vaccine.
Dr.
Don't let it
Fauci
in.
disappeared, bro, because he knew Bryce Harper would fuck him up.
That's his sign. Fauci couldn't hit that shot.
I mean, dude, that's my deepest down creative force. And like all my critical faculties left my mind, and my brain was like, "Here you go, brother. The dangers of simping.
Yes.
Champion, physical champion due to your medical choices."
What was simping before simping? Do they have another word for it? Like 10 years ago?
I think it wasn't pussy whip. Pussy whip's after.
Pussy
the
was
relationship.
afterwards, yeah.
I don't think there was a term for it. I think dudes just simped and we were all unconscious of the phenomenon.
And no one called anybody on it?
Simping is an old word, by the way.
Is it really?
Yeah. I was watching. So I was in Houston. I was in H-Town this weekend. Shout out the Astros.
Down. Fuck
Yeah.
Astros. Fuck the Astros. Fuck
Still
you,
age
dude.
down.
No, fuck the Astros. I was in H-Town,
You're an Astroworld.
and then I was in Astros. Don't joke about what happened.
Trampling on the graves of the fallen. I'm not.
Are
I'm
you?
sad about them. The way no one fucking stopped fucking DJ dancing to when they were fucking done.
Is that what you call rap?
DJ dancing.
That was the running of
You
the young.
old
That,
Jew.
Yeah.
that might have been the running of the young bulls.
That's right.
Guys, it's not a funny.
DJ Jazzy Jeff was playing in their heads as they were being skull crushed.
I'll wait. I'm trying to tell you about my time.
True.
How many people did you kill in Houston?
Biggest tragedy since Oswald.
You're gonna have to go back to Australia. Dude. You can't act like this. All the Australians are gonna see this. They're gonna say,
True.
"Did you see James on the big podcast? he acted like an asshole."
Gave Shane a real case of Adelaide's.
I'll try and be pleasant. Adelaide's is not bad. It's
Do
we
they say
don't-
that there?
We don't say that, but it's good. I'll take that back.
Bring it back.
Shane, let's fucking land this
I was
thing.
in
This is-
H-Town.
Okay.
I ate some weed edibles,
Nice.
so I decided to go back to my hotel room and watch rap videos
Nice.
from the early 2000s till 4 in the morning.
Can you walk me
I
through?
watched "Stunting Like My Daddy" music video.
Fuck yes.
I watched. It started with Fat Pat, Tops Drop. It's a H-Town classic. It's so good. It might be my favorite song. Then and then I was watching rap videos, but in one of those old videos, they called someone a simp.
Did they really?
Really? In the same context?
Yes.
Damn.
Was it Fat Pat? Who did it?
No, but I believe they were rhyming it with the word pimp.
Oh shit.
Do they say simping ain't easy?
No, but it's in there. I heard it. I don't remember which song.
What?
But I just want you to know, simp is an old word.
So you got stoned ran back to headquarters, and then
Watched
discovered
old
that.
Lil Wayne music videos.
He was so little.
He was so
When I
little.
Came over yesterday.
He
He was
started
so
putting him
young.
on.
I watched Juvenile. I mean, it was great.
Yeah, it's pretty
I was
awesome.
watching, and then I slowly got into Cameron. Then I watched some Fat Joe and Big Pun, and then I realized. Then I started to come to earth and realize what I was doing was, it was time to go to bed.
What was the feeling when you're like, I got to get out of this setting and get back to the hotel room? Was it just being stoned, or was there like a?
It was high, but there was also, dude, the night before, I took a little bit of mushrooms, and I was sitting there, and it was a nice evening, and there was a bar right next to the Improv, and a bunch of the guys from the show were there, and a fan came up behind me and just started slowly rubbing my back. While I was sitting on a stool talking to people like this. He walked up behind me and just started rubbing my back, and I was a little fucked up, and I didn't really notice it.
You got to say no immediately.
He rubbed my back for a long time.
What?
And then finally I was like, I turned around, and then his buddy was across and saw that he saw what was happening. He was like, dude, he grabbed his friend. He's like, get the fuck off of him. And the guy was like, what? Yeah, he was shit-faced, and he came up and gave me a nice back rub.
And you loved it
It
for a
was
while.
very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your reaction to that? Or
I
was it
laughed. I thought it was very funny.
Dude, somebody did that with Billy Joel. Me and Justin and Sal and Jay went, and some guy put his arm around me on the way out, just gently. And I was like, hey, what are you doing?
Someone tried to fuck you at the Billy Joel concert?
Yeah. Some dude.
Was he a fan or just
No. He's like,
Oh.
what are you, a Finns fan? I'm like, no. They just played the Jets. I'm like, no. Hey, don't touch me. He goes,
What are you,
sorry.
a Finns fan?
Yeah, that was so
Do you
weird.
like the Dolphins?
Is that what you say? The dog?
Man, is that code?
I guess. And I was like, don't ever touch me like that.
Damn.
He tried to laugh it off, but I wasn't
He
having
tried
it.
to grab you.
A
Yeah, then he
stranger.
followed us down the fucking street.
You don't like
Higher,
getting
bro.
touched?
Higher. Near the
Dude.
peenie.
I'm not touching penis.
I'll get hard. I'll get hard right on you. I can do it on camera.
All right.
Who would win in that case?
In what?
If you touched his penis and he got hard?
That would be a victory for me.
I think the people win.
You think the people... that's the
making
people-
him hard.
You guys
that's-
both would become the people's
You
champ?
would be gay for that.
Dude, I'm always hard. I get unhard on occasion.
Really?
Yeah, that's how hard I go.
Well,
James,
sounds like
how's-
a real problem.
Yeah, it
Does
is.
your
Yeah.
penis work?
Yeah, it works good.
It's
Works
effective.
fine. Had a circumcision earlier in the year and
What?
it's back to
What?
normal now.
Hold on.
Yeah, it's great.
What?
James signed a covenant with God.
Yeah.
You just converted?
No, it was a medical circumcision. I had scar tissue on the foreskin. It was real bad.
Wait, how'd it get
Oh
scarred
man,
up?
I didn't realize your
That's what
penis
I wondered.
actually didn't work.
I
this
thought I'd
severely.
masturbated myself into a real problem.
You trying to do lines into your fucking foreskin?
Does that happen?
I don't know. I figure
Is
Australia.
that what Stevie Nicks is doing now that
Wait,
the
what
nose
happened to
doesn't
your
work?
penis?
Yeah, just the foreskin got real tight and it would not retract. So I had to have it
Oh, I've
chopped
heard of
off.
that happening
Where
where
cut
like...
it open? Did you
open,
convert
cut
to
off.
Judaism while you were there?
I thought it would be a good opportunity.
Yeah,
but I
for
love
sure.
Christ and his love. You know? I'm sorry.
He's
the
not
law
joking,
is too
dude. He
much.
loves
So-
Christ.
That's sick.
Can you talk about Catholicism? Can we
If you
talk
want.
about it, or do you
Yeah.
not want to?
No, I don't.
You should have got the conversion and the right thing. Go, fuck you. I'm not even serious.
I thought
I love
about getting a
Christ.
rabbi to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for the, and then I could
Throw blood
you
in
know,
his face.
stay. Well, they knock you out though in the other one. I didn't
Now
want
they
to
knock
be
you
awake
out.
for it. The general
an adult.
anesthetic,
How's
which
it?
is lovely.
Do you notice a
I've never
big
had that
difference
before.
now? Is it like-
Much better.
Really?
Better.
Oh, it's a better penis.
Have you fucked since?
Yes, I've made love to my wife.
I've heard people say the opposite, where
Yeah.
like they lose all their sensitivity.
No, it's a much better. I think it's
What?
a gift. I think the circumcision is a gift from God to improve the penis.
Whoa.
It's my
what's
call.
up.
I don't know
I've
how
never-
many people can say before and after.
Yeah,
I think
not
it's
many.
definitely better.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe you're because the tip of your dick was in isolation for so long. Now it feels
And it's
really
socialized. It's got
Yeah.
friends.
Well, how
It
long
felt
ago was the
taking a-
operation? Sorry.
Oh no, it's alright. It was like 6 months.
Oh,
It
so
felt
yeah,
like
you
taking
would
a
have
mask off.
normalized.
Yeah.
I guess it is like a stick shift dong to not be circumcised. You're now driving automatic.
Yeah.
Damn,
you were
you can
manual.
tell.
You're auto.
It's
kinda
more.
sick.
It's
You
more.
say you can tell
Yeah, the difference.
True.
in me.
My
I'm a
friends did a
different
joke
man.
about it. The only way you can tell is you got half a circumcision down the middle, and so it's like a Desinex commercial. But you feel like this side it feels great, but this side feels so. Damn, dude.
That's pretty interesting.
That's wild.
Well,
dude.
people keep trying to say it's like
do you,
abuse,
do you
right?
nut fast now? Do you nut
Yeah,
fast?
but that was never a problem. That was never. No, I was like, holy doly, what are we doing?
Ollie dolly.
It's so. I mean, you know, people say, "Have you been told it's abuse?" And
I've
that
been
you've been
screamed
abused.
at saying
Yeah.
I was
I've heard that,
what's it called? When they-
Mutilated.
Mutilated.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm okay with that. Like, you've been mutilated.
Yeah.
They started screaming at me.
Well, they try and make it the same as female circumcision, which
Uh-huh.
it's not nearly as hot.
Nothing females do is good.
Yeah. Female circumcision is wild.
It's a lot.
They
get
should
their
do it
whole,
like a rock.
They get the whole thing like scooped out. It depends. There's different levels to it.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
So like the full female circumcision is clitoris removed.
Mm-hmm.
I think they remove your lips too, maybe, and then they sew
They sew
your
it up.
vagina shut. That like your husband on the night of is
The
supposed to
labia,
bust through
the
the
lips.
stitches.
The labia
Yeah.
have to go.
Oh, like
And
like
the
a fucking
prophet
football
says
team
it's,
coming through the...
Yeah, and you have to
Better not to
have like a smoke machine.
No,
Yeah, female
announcing for the
circumcision.
first time as Mrs.
Dude, that's crazy. I was on the full like no circumcision. I was like, fuck that. But now that I'm hearing your story, I'm like, man,
You're not
maybe.
circumcised?
I am. Yeah, I'm
You are.
Catholic. Yeah, they got me.
No, you should be happy. You should be happy that.
Nice.
You had
They
that
gave
done.
me a good one. I've heard circumcisions going wrong and people like they taking too much skin.
Well, I think they cut mine right, but then you can't masturbate for 3 weeks, which I try not to do anyway. But
True.
I did not make it the full.
You
time.
whacked off with a damaged bird?
It was
nuts, dude.
rough, lot of blood. Anyway, but it was
It was a lot of blood.
Yeah, but we've all learnt and grown together. Now I have a
Oh.
beautiful, only slightly weird penis. It's only a little bit unusual.
So you masturbated with a scarred penis,
As
A
tenderly
damaged-
as I could.
and
yeah.
it resulted in
as close to that. But I wish I hadn't. But, you know.
Gently? What did you do? Like a...
Oh, no. It was,
yeah.
I just talked at it. But one shouldn't. But it's certainly helped me do that less.
Did it feel good though when you shot semen out of
No, it was like an immediate, like people talk about the post-nut clarity.
Yeah, there's also
It's not
post-nut
true.
pain
It's not true
on your penis.
but it's before the ejaculation that you have the clarity. It's when you can't stop anymore. I think that's when it comes. Do you know what I mean?
That's when the
It's like a
clarity
couple
comes.
seconds
Like when you're
before.
going,
So there's
"Oh,
no
fuck, I wanna
pleasure. It's just like so. I'm just there
Yeah.
going, "What have I done? What have I done?" And then it starts happening, and there's blood and
You
things
get
are shaking.
that
And I'm
while
going,
you're coming?
"Oh yeah."
What have I
No, just
done?
before. What have I done?
Ah, no.
I'm more than my accent.
It's like that scene
Nice.
in
This is
Single White
racist
Female.
against my people.
It's fine. It's
You
a
would
great
never do
accent.
this to a black man on the show. And that's what we are.
He would never
I
have
think
one
you'd
on.
be surprised.
We're building. We're working our way up. Yeah.
Remember that scene in Single White Female where he realizes the fucking friend is blowing him and not his girlfriend, and then because she's
No.
like cuts her hair like the friend, and then he's like, "Wait, you're not," and then he's like, "Stop."
What happens?
It's Single White Female.
What is that?
A movie where some girl, you must know it. It's some girl dressed like her friend, does everything like a friend to try to be her life, and then she like breaks into like the friend's boyfriend's apartment and starts blowing in the middle of the night, and then he like realizes it's like last second, like, wait, you're not my girlfriend.
Someone made a
You're my
feature
girlfriend."
film out of a porn. That's like a 15-minute
Also,
video.
that is every dude's dream.
Yeah, then he gets
Oh,
mad
my
You get
about
the
it.
fucking. I couldn't help it.
It was not my fault.
Yeah.
I got duped.
You know your friend? She sucked my dick.
They should have a whole section of porn called plausible deniability.
Your
That's
friend
real.
tricked me again. I'm pissed.
I keep getting tricked by these girls. I thought they were you, babe.
She got the same haircut as you and had a key.
But you know you're not dating 3 black men.
Ari,
I had a suspicion something was
you
wrong.
shouldn't be joking about the blacks.
Oh,
I got a haircut. It fucked me in my room.
I thought it was you, babe.
Ari, you should take it easy on the jokes about the blacks because Yeezy's gonna get you.
Yeezy
Yay.
is coming after me.
Dude, you watch a Lex Friedman interview?
No. What was it? Was it good?
Dude, it's pretty
Did
wild.
Kanye do a Lex Friedman interview?
Yeah.
Yes, he did. I watched
What?
it. I listened to it last night before I had to turn it off. I
How
was
nice
getting
was
so ramped up.
He's up to something.
It's wild, dude.
I think he's trying to get Adidas to drop him.
Why?
They did. Adidas
They
dropped
did
him.
today. I think that's what he's been after the whole
No,
So
time.
where does he want to go to Nike?
I think he wants to be free. I don't think he wants an agent.
He's kind of clarified. His whole thing is like,
What's the clarification?
well, Lex was like, dude,
By
you gotta
DEFCON
apologize.
3, he meant.
He's
I
like,
like
I thought he just meant he's firing his agents. But go ahead. What did he
Yeah,
mean?
he's saying, he's like, from my personal perspective, I got fucked over in business by my Jewish manager's agents. He's like, it's happened so many times. There's
Can I
no
break
other-
in? Can I break in?
Yeah.
If that guy is considered being fucked over, that's a fucking solid like being fucked over. He's doing
Don't try to
well.
cover up for what you guys do to the. What you guys do to African Americans in the music industry?
Well, he wants to say, he kept saying in
My
the
fellow
interview-
people who run this platform, please delete all comments that take away from the Jews.
Jews, I'm sorry. Don't do it to
Well,
us.
the funny part in the interview is when he starts going the Jewish media and Friedman's like, bro, like, what are you doing? He was like, what? I can't say that. And they were like, no. He's like, all right, the JM, and he's like, dude,
Really?
it's so funny.
It's not like FM rules where you're like he's putting his D in
He
the.
does the JM, and it's so fucking.
You see
funny.
him on Piers Morgan when he called Biden a retard?
Yeah, I
That's
saw,
right.
I saw
He's
the
like,
clip of that.
He's not meeting with Elon Musk. He's a fucking. That's fucking retarded. He's a fucking retard. And Piers Morgan has to be like, you can't say that. Don't say retard.
Wait, so what did he clarify? What was he saying?
That was kind of his whole thing. It's so hard. It's like when you really try to like zero in, it gets so
It gets all over the place.
Gets all
That's
over
why he was
the
on
place.
Rogan.
But it's like he would kind of then the guy would Friedman would be like, dude, like read about the Holocaust, and he'd be like, how about the Holocaust on black babies being aborted? And he would start going into that, and then they never really,
Yeah.
dude. He
It's
was
about equal numbers.
yeah. He kept going. He was saying it's like
That's way more.
Way
up,
more.
Yeah.
Did you ever look at how many abortions there are in the
Yeah, because
America
he goes
per, like,
way
month?
back.
There's a
And
lot.
then he started saying like black people are sick, or like the people are like sick, and he starts. But like, dude, he'll like
He starts bringing in the facts.
he started. That's his whole thing is that he's an engineer and he only deals in facts. Dude, the whole episode, he's like, we're both engineers. I'm dealing in facts. He's like, what I said. I'm sorry it hurt people, but I'm not apologizing for saying it. He's like, I'm just dealing in facts, and we're just engineers with engineering opportunities in front, or we're human beings with engineering opportunities in front of us, and we should stop teaching history altogether.
Yeah.
And just engineer sick shit, and then have recess
need
in
to
school.
stay away from Kanye interviews.
That's what he said.
I know, but
He's so
he's literally
charismatic.
speaking
Yeah.
your
He'll fool
language.
ya.
He did.
These are words. JM is you.
JM,
That's
so
100%
funny,
you.
dude. I did. Sean was with me and I listened. I cackled. He
Yeah.
goes, all right, the JM then, and Lex is like, God damn it. Lex is being so nice to him the whole time. He's like, dude, I'm Jewish. I want to have you avoid crashing.
I got
and
to
burning.
hang out with Lex for a
Did
while.
you?
He's a really good guy.
Yeah,
He's a cool fucking
he was
dude.
so nice the whole time,
Yeah.
dude. At one
What does he
point,
do? Just count jelly beans all day?
at one point,
Harry, we're not doing this, dude. You think you're here to promote your special?
Yeah. November 2nd, everybody, my new special.
November 2nd, we pre-jacked. We didn't know this. I thought your special was coming out.
Literally, I was like, hey, but twice. I was like, first I was like, yeah, it's coming out November 2nd. I do your podcast. Yeah, sure. And then I was like, hey, this is coming out after November 2nd, right? And you said, yes. Dude, so,
November 2nd, 2021.
there was one part that was he really must
You
be a
like
nice
that
guy.
guy, dog?
Dude, at one part he goes like, yeah, but Kanye, but underneath all of this, like we are just humans, and like we're all the same on some deep fundamental level. And Kanye West goes, bum 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 bum. never fucking addresses what he said. I was like, Jesus Christ.
I love when the people deal with facts refuse to be like, to go both ways. Like, what about the Holocaust? Like, I'm not even going to mention that. I'll just say something else. They can't even have like, no, that was terrible. Can I add to that? They're just like, I'm not even going to mention it. That's how they get tried. The same shit fucking Shapiro does. He's like,
Yeah.
your pants are ugly. Can you comment my shirt first? Nah.
That was good. That happened. Ted Cruz was on The View.
Yeah.
What was he doing on there?
battles with those fucking
What was he
yappy
battling
bitches,
on,
dude. He was
abortion?
just battling them.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
And he was hitting them with the fucking Hillary Clinton denied the election.
Lana
He was
Del Rey's
naming-
not all that.
He just named all these people that denied the election that
said
were
that about
Democrats.
Lana Del Rey?
And then one of the
She's
ladies'
a delight.
responses was just, could you lower your voice? We're not screaming. You're screaming. Like, they couldn't acknowledge that everything Ted went on and spit facts.
Yeah.
That's their version of there. THEIR.
It really is. They're like, you're raising your voice right now.
Dude,
Can you please lower
I
it?
hate when conservatives get tone police, dude.
Yeah.
You started tone police.
Let us scream, dude.
Yeah,
us.
dude.
Conservatives. You're conservative.
Us, US.
You're
Yeah.
conservative. You're definitely
Yeah.
a conservative. I've heard
You
you.
gonna out me?
You've been tiptoeing it around. I've heard some of his points.
Really?
We had a couple drinks last night, and he started making.
I tried to
You're
keep
trying to
up
make
on the alcohol. I
Australia
couldn't
great
do it.
again.
I've never even heard of the blacks.
Yeah,
No, we've got our own.
you said
situation going
Aboriginal.
on.
Ooh,
No, what?
no, I said a lot of stuff too. I don't want to get into this.
I've been very polite.
now that I'm
put a
remembering
lid on
my
this.
statements.
So you're leaning towards what was your? Were you,
I said I'd like our country to have a nuclear weapon. That's all I said. I don't
right.
think you're going to protect us long term. I think the Chinese will come down. It would be nice if we could protect ourselves with a nuclear
you would
weapon.
like to you like the possibility of devastating China with a nuclear
Just
weapon.
to threaten them and just say, please.
How would you?
You
I
wanna
think
play
you would like
chess.
to show that you're mean business. You would just nuke Tanzania.
of all places.
Yeah.
You mean Tasmania?
I do mean that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Shane, for clarifying.
I was thinking that's a good long range
Yeah.
weapon if we can get to
hit
Tanzania.
fucking
Yeah.
Africa.
Thanks,
Just nuke
Lex.
Africa.
Thanks
We
to Lex
obviously
Gillis.
did not hit that on purpose, but I hope everybody
funny.
knows we're crazy.
It would be funny if someone just preemptively struck Tanzania.
Yeah.
They're like something was going on there.
Would it be great
They were
if
gonna be big.
I don't know what
Yeah,
they did to
they were
deserve
doing
that, but it must have
something.
been pretty bad.
Dude,
great if they like they're like, shit, I did mean Tasmania. Sorry about that nuclear weapon.
Dude, the Kanye interview, I was just thinking, it was like two factions of the internet meeting each other through those two people. It was like Lex Friedman would be like, bro, I care about you. I love you. I care about humanity. And then Kanye would hit some like, he would just go off on these other weird like tangents you'd find in the comments. And it was tough. It's funny to watch, but it's like,
I love how the Nazis have like glommed on to Kanye West. Like they've ignored
That's what I'm
the
saying.
one big
Yeah.
fact
I
about
think
him.
we are having
he's
a
an unusual
singularity
face
on the
of
internet.
white supremacy.
Yeah.
I think we're having a
Nazis
pure singularity
Getting
on
to
the
listen
internet.
to College Dropout does rule.
Yeah.
They finally get to blast College Dropout and be like,
Dude,
this is it.
It makes everything look completely absurd. It looks the whole discussion looks
It's all
totally
absurd.
absurd. It's
When-
crazy.
When my Amazing Racist videos hit the internet,
I remember those.
yeah, they got ripped off that National Lampoon's DVD, and a white power website picked it up, whitenationalist.com, and the headline was "Jew boys got the right idea."
Fuck, dude. They are funny.
They are funny.
They are fucking hilarious.
We're torn on
dude.
this.
They're just like the Black Israelites. Like, they are funny.
Yeah.
White nationalists will hit you with something where you're like, damn, that is fucking
Pretty funny.
unbelievably funny.
Yeah.
But I can't repeat it. But dude, the headlines will be like, Michelle Obama. It's like, chill. But why are you like fucking, what's his name? Daniel Carver. Daniel Carver on Howard Stern.
Wait,
was-
Daniel Carver, the writer?
No, Daniel Carver, the Klansman that used to be on Howard Stern.
Oh, yeah.
He would say shit that was just.
But he would just have a Klansman on regularly in between the woman on the
He would have
sex
a
machine.
Klansman come on and say the worst shit.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, ha ha ha, this is crazy.
Ye attacked Stern big time.
Stern's an interesting character.
Yeah, Ye was full.
He went on there?
No, he just was like, fuck Stern. He was really giving
He
it
said
to him.
fuck Howard Stern.
He makes
He
fun of
doesn't put on
Howard.
hardcore
Howard,
interviews
Lex
anymore.
Friedman
Howard
interviews.
Stern and John Legend gets it bad.
Legend.
John
He was
Legend.
ripping John Legend.
Fuck
for being
John
good
Legend,
as
bro.
being a
commercials.
nerd.
Fuck John Legend, bro. Chrissy Teigen's bitch ass.
What is funny to
Did
really
you
think,
see their fucking stillborn photos? Their nice stillborn
Oh,
photos
yeah.
of,
Didn't they-
of a happy family? Woo!
that was a crazy cause to be like, yo, I'm gonna bring light to this, and everyone was like, bro, that's so sad.
Maybe just mourn
That's
for a minute
Yeah,
before you're
that's
trying to get
kinda
Instagram
like-
That can't be
likes.
his idea.
Who? John Legend.
John Legend.
Johnny Ledge.
Yeah.
I think the
tight
chick-
sweater. Tight sweater. John Legend, dude. Good speller.
Is that what Kanye says about him?
Tight sweater. Good speller.
Holy shit, he called him a good speller?
Yeah, he was just like, I'm not a good speller. I didn't realize, I didn't know how to spell DEF CON. I spelled it Death Con. That was my mistake. He's like, I'm a bad speller. You can tell he's really fucking.
That's the apology
He's
he's,
like,
happy
I'm
to do
Jewish.
for the
I'm a
tweet.
bad speller. That's all it was, and I was sleepy. It is what it is. Now we're here at this
It
moment.
was a sleepy tweet.
Sleepy tweet, dude. It gets it.
Sleepy tweet. Yeah, come
That's what he said. He goes, I meant DEF CON. You guys are reading into it. I meant DEF CON.
Yeah, I think he was like, I'm just a bad speller. He kept taking notes during the podcast. So he's like, I like that. I'm going to write that down.
Blacks will often put that F where the TH is. This was a nice reversal.
It's open season. He opened it.
Yeah.
It's open season.
It's open season on what?
Jews versus blacks. They can clash again. They can clash,
Clash again.
again.
Crown Heights, front lines.
Dude, remember what they did to you guys? They made you guys build the pyramids.
I know.
The blacks and the aliens teamed up and
Nah,
made you,
My hands
Kanye
have
claimed
just gotten
he built
soft.
the pyramids.
Kanye built
He
the
claimed
pyramids.
blacks built the pyramids.
Blacks built it. Hey, blacks, if you're the real Israelites, can I just say something? If you're the real Israelites, where were you during the fucking Holocaust? You should have stayed quiet during all that shit. Fucking speak up. Take some of the
True.
abuse.
Some of them liberated you guys.
Two of them.
So you better say thanks.
Thanks.
They
I
broke
appreciate
in.
that. Jim Brown.
There was
and the
a
other one.
black Holocaust.
What?
There was a
Yeah,
black
there was a
Holocaust
couple.
because the French,
pretty-
the French Algerians raped their way through in World War One through the the Sudetenland, and then by World War II there were a bunch of black people in Germany, and they
Really?
were all. I believe they were Holocausted
They
as well.
didn't. They didn't fare well during the Holocaust.
No, I think they were, but they were team in arm in arm. Jew is black also, and
Agreed.
Yes.
Yeah.
He wouldn't
Thank
say.
you.
you're welcome.
Wait, so
Victim's a victim.
Thank you.
True.
James, thank you.
No, I'm sorry.
I, mean, I think we should all come together, dude. That's all I'm trying to say. We should all
Let's
come
all
together.
come together in our hatred of the Astros.
True.
Philly
the
this past
Astros.
weekend. What fucking? I never got as big a responses than when I had Nate Marshall come out and tell me if the Sixers won, if
The Phillies?
Phillies won. Yeah, I was
Oh.
like, just interrupt me. Wait till in
Dude,
between.
you
a
know
bit.
what I did?
What?
I was, before I went on, it was the end of the Astros game.
Yeah.
It was, so during the seventh inning, the TVs were on in the showroom and the whole crowd was going crazy.
Fuck that.
So I'm like sitting there listening in the green room, like, They're watching the game, dude. They're
Yeah.
gonna. Now we got to turn to be like, game's off. Hey, everybody, welcome to the comedy show.
Yeah.
It's like a bar show.
So yeah, it was rough. So they turned the TVs off. The show starts. They were actually pretty good, but I knew it was coming. It was in the 9th, and I had my phone on the stool. I had the game. I had the game live, so then I could be like,
While you're doing stand up?
in the middle of my set, I was like, all right, hold on, sound lady, could you turn the TVs back on with the sound? And they got to watch Aaron Judge bitch ass get fucking out.
He just
You
did
were in
not
Houston
show
for
up.
that?
In
happened?
Houston, I was on stage when they clinched.
You had the gameplay and
I had
while
the
you're
game
doing
on my
stand-up?
stool.
And you
and I
like
was-
turn it on,
Dude.
and I was
smart.
like, turn it on.
That's
they turned
smart.
on the game. The place fucking went crazy. And then I was like, that might ruin the show. But the first joke I told, they were like,
They were so
They
stoked.
were so excited, dude.
Was that was the beginning of your set that he hit the home run?
No, it was the Astros game, not the Phillies. But I was in
They were
Houston.
closing it out.
Oh yeah, no,
So
that's
the Houston
that's
Astros got
that's
to-
the
yeah.
World Series.
It was a nice moment.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
It was a cool moment.
Did you keep the game on the entire time during your set or just in the beginning?
Well, it was pretty early. It was the 9th inning when I went on stage.
Did you
God.
say you're
So
we're
I
gonna
just
beat
3
you?
outs. Yeah, I closed the set with "Fuck the Astros, go Phillies."
Good.
Fuck yeah.
I said, "Fuck you guys, Phillies."
I'm kind of blown away, dude. Keep the game on while you perform might be the next thing you have to do.
yeah,
Always have the game on while you do stand up.
That's old bar shows that always happen. They're like, we're not
Yeah.
turning the Laker game
Just
off.
keep
Yeah.
your cell
Come
phone
on.
playing the game and stop. Like, I don't know. Like, oh shit, they scored a touchdown.
Yeah,
Just
no
keep
thing.
going in.
Um,
Think about it.
but I will
Think
continue to
about
do
it.
that.
I like that.
It was fun. It was fun to look over.
That's so fucking funny.
But you did that in Philadelphia. You told them.
Yeah, they went more nuts than any response I got.
Yeah,
Any response I got.
Yeah.
It was like wild for about a minute and a half straight.
that's pretty cool.
Old ladies like, yeah.
Dude.
They stopped interrupting my bits for fucking once.
I was
are
there.
animals in Philly.
What was that? 2009, I think, when they
Yeah,
won.
2008,
I was
yeah.
there in Philly. I was going to school, and they won. And I like turned on the TV. It was the ninth inning of the World Series. I'm like, oh shit, they won, and fucking, it was a riot. I went and
It was a
participated
riot.
in a riot. I was like, oh
Yeah.
cool. And I walked down and
The last
drank beer in a deli, and it was like, woo!
Yeah, we did it.
I'm not paying for this.
Yeah. Stealing Philly. The last time I was there was the weekend before.
You were a peaceful protester.
I was. I was a reasonable protest.
There's going to be a peaceful protest. If the Phillies win, there will definitely be a peaceful protest.
Oh,
along
for sure,
with
for
the
sure.
racial protests.
Oh,
The
what?
Eagles, they were pulling people out of their cars and fucking beating them up for
What?
no reason. Yeah.
Who did
I
that?
was there that weekend. They were greasing up poles. I'm like, if the Phillies...
They were
if
beating
the-
up white people?
If
Yeah,
the
what is
Eagles
the
lose,
greasing up poles thing?
That's because they climbed
They
the
they
climb
climb
up.
poles
Okay.
and they don't stay up there.
It's dude's fault. I think someone
fall.
fell and died. They people climbed the top
Hopefully.
of poles and they fell and like fractured their skulls.
That's a tribute to the victory. It's a
True,
human
I mean,
sacrifice.
it
Yeah,
is.
Beautiful.
It is. It's the greatest
It
tribute.
is awakening an ancient like energy in dudes to like be victorious in the World Series. Dudes, I watched him hit that home run. Guys look each other in the eyes and they're like,
Yeah,
it's pretty sick.
it's really really fun, dude.
It's awesome. It kind of rules.
I was so happy when he hit that home run. When Bryce
God,
hit
dude.
that home run, he did that
It's
for me.
So
Dude,
stoked.
we need
He
to be
did that for all
accessing
of us.
that more throughout the day. Just find someone and be like,
Yeah, hand
It
behind
does
the
bring
neck.
people together. Everyone's
Yeah.
wearing the jerseys out there.
yes.
Yeah, what are you talking about? People beating people up for the Eagles?
Yeah, when the Eagles won, they were pulling people out of their cars and just.
That's not true.
100%.
I've never seen more.
Look it up, New Lemaire. Look it up.
People
I've
who
never
weren't
seen more
Eagles
love.
fans, or like,
What?
why
I
were they doing
was around. I left. That was
Eagles
it was,
fans, yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're just beating up randoms. It didn't matter.
right.
That's how they show love in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Yeah, fine. I want to see if that's the case. That's pretty.
I don't
wild.
think that's true. I think always. I
Was
think
it like- was
I think
it-
it's the case of the
Nate
JM.
Marshall
You think
told
it's
me that.
JM?
I
Nate
think
told
it's
me
the
that.
JM. You are the JM, dude.
I am. Anyway, the point is,
dude?
I'm switching allegiances.
Yes.
I'm swapping.
Are you
No,
really?
no longer a Yankee, dude.
No, fuck them. They betrayed me too many times.
This is unbelievable.
This
This
is
is a
huge.
big moment, folks.
Breaking.
Aaron Judge, it's not all about the regular season.
Yes, Bryce.
Oh shit,
Bryce.
dude.
It's time.
You're
That's
the
how.
man, dog.
That's how you do it.
You look good in that.
I've always loved you, bro.
That does suit you better. Those colors.
God.
Yeah, you look
Dude.
good in
I bleed
pinstripes.
red and white.
That's the move. I don't know why conversions to different sports teams are frowned upon. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wait to see the winning team. Everyone root for the winning team, and the whole country can just be like, "Wow,
Yeah, Phillies are America.
that team
Houston,
won."
they're about to secede.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
Don't root for Texas.
Stolen
anything.
Mexican territory. How about they give that fucking shit
yeah.
back?
I was hitting him with that.
Did
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, I was down there. I was saying,
Nice.
you guys are lucky. You know, anytime I perform in the South, I like to tell them.
Who's in
Say,
Texas?
"Don't
Elon
make
Musk? Joe Rogan? Rich people?
Yeah.
No, the common man's in Philadelphia.
Heard that, dude.
Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan,
That's right.
Meek Mills.
Yep.
Yep. Allen Iverson.
Andre 3000. He's still there. Yeah.
Where? In Philadelphia?
Andre 3000 was in Philadelphia for a while.
Bam Margera's
Playing the flute.
music.
I know. I heard he plays the
Playing
flute
the
too.
flute. Just walking around playing the flute.
Really?
Dude.
What?
That
Yeah.
tracks.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. All right. That was a good
Pretty sick.
bit.
Well, that's huge.
Thanks.
You're in, dude.
Thanks.
Hell
Welcome
yeah.
to the Brotherhood. It's going to be a fun one.
It's good.
And you get to watch the Eagles win the Super Bowl, too.
Dude, they're playing so good.
I hope they win it.
It's gonna be crazy.
James, what do you think about it?
I'm just struggling to keep up with a lot of these names, but I'm loving it.
Tell us about Australia. What's going on over there?
Yeah, bring us.
What in general? What's going
Yeah,
on?
what's
Bring us
going
into your
on?
world.
Very little.
Are you guys being gay about COVID?
We're getting
gotta
a
be
little
done,
more
right?
relaxed.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just now?
just now. Yeah, like in the last
Guys,
couple of weeks.
chill.
No.
It's the stickers are still everywhere. You get to
What's-
stand
what's
where
the
you want on the
stickers?
floor, like floor
Oh,
stickers.
yeah.
Going
Oh, yeah.
in this place and that place.
It's pretty dehumanizing,
Stickers.
honestly.
It
But
is.
you've still got in New York and California, you've got masks in weird places. Like libraries have masks still.
You have to wear a mask.
No,
in the
you
library?
do. Every
Well,
wear
to be
masks
fair, the people
gone
who
everywhere,
work in
but you've still
libraries in
got-
America are the biggest pussies.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody really
fair.
goes to libraries except to
Nobody
jerk
goes
off
to
in front of
libraries
kids.
anymore.
Oh, I've been spending a lot of time in your library.
What are you doing in libraries?
Oh, I was walking around LA and I just had 15 hours in LA with my bag and I just walked around. So I went to the Inglewood.
You call
Public
your wife
Library
your
and-
bag?
No, I've left her at home. She's not allowed to come.
Oh,
She's not
okay.
allowed to travel.
So you went to the library?
Yeah.
What did you read?
There were good books on chess at the Inglewood Library.
You
There
went
was
to the
a
library
big
and
chess
read
collection.
books
Yeah.
about
Inglewood?
chess?
You went to
Yeah.
a library in Inglewood? Damn,
Yeah,
dude.
I didn't know anything about
You
it.
fucking
and it was
read
great.
a book
It was
about
lovely.
chess?
I read several books about chess in the Inglewood Public Library.
Like
great
how-
murals, great toilets. Love Inglewood
Yeah,
Public
you took
Library.
a dump in the library.
I did take a big dump in the Inglewood Public
Read
Library.
about chess.
Yeah.
Took a shit. Took a shit.
I'm turning up. I'm taking America to the max. I'm loving it here. This is a
my
great
cousin's
country.
actively trying to shut down all the libraries
Why?
because he's like, they're a huge waste of money. They're obsolete. We can just give everyone a hard drive with all the books on them and shut down the physical or use the physical space for something more useful.
Should put the homeless
That's
in there.
repulsive.
That's what I'm saying. He's
There
trying to
were a lot of
homeless
shut
people
down
there,
all the
yeah.
libraries.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Heaps
I'm kind
of
of with him.
Homeless people need Wi-Fi.
I mean,
They
just,
get it.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
get it in New York with those fucking kiosks.
They all got phones, and then we built them kiosks so they could charge their phones.
Yeah, maybe like if we kept a warehouse full of
It's
cassette
fucking
tapes,
crazy.
it'd be like, dude,
Yeah.
fucking get that warehouse out here. It'd be crazy.
What are you going to do with all the books?
Burn them.
Burn them.
Burn them, yeah. Burn them for heat in the winter.
Yeah,
What will the
burn 'em.
JM say about that?
Huh?
The JM's not going to be happy when that happens.
Right now, the JMs are the ones censoring everybody.
They're helping us be better versions of ourselves.
The
I
JMs?
still want to be
Sure.
typed
I mean,
with
they're
JM.
1 point for the dick.
Hmm?
The dick haircut. It's like, all right, figured that out. A
Never
long time
heard somebody
ago.
say it's more sensitive. That's
That must
great.
have been
Feels better.
crazy. Dude.
Yeah, oh, it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a better shape.
What?
Scar tissue's in a better location. It's ribbed.
For sure, it's better shape.
Yeah.
It's like a muffin top.
Yeah, I'm
Fucking get it
I
in
mean,
And
there.
then
it must
also,
have
there's
been
like
pretty impressive.
the clean with the foreskin. Things get trapped. And you got to wash it all the time.
Yeah.
And there's the
Ew.
smell. But
especially in
let
the
me tell
desert.
you,
That must have been tough.
just
dude.
open, happy.
Yeah.
I don't
feels more
wash after
masculine.
fucking.
You had
Forward
stuff in your
facing.
penis,
Not anymore.
but you used to get stuff in there.
Of
Lint.
like a little
It's like,
pocket.
it's like a belly button.
Like a little
yeah,
belly
it's like a
button,
belly
yeah.
button.
Belly buttons
Belly buttons-
stink, huh?
It's not right. How sexy is a belly button? For some people, very sexy, but not for me.
That
Yeah,
was a good one. I guess.
Wait, are you circumcised?
Yeah.
Everyone in
Yeah.
your country is. Are you circumcised?
We're a Christian
Everyone,
nation,
we're
bro.
nice people.
Yo,
We're good,
welcome
smart
home,
people.
brother.
Yeah, it's a
Welcome home,
Judeo-Christian
brother.
Great to be
nation.
here.
She's circumcised too.
Hey. Hey. What's happening?
Yeah, can you talk about your
So your
Christianity?
penis. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's get into this. So
Let's
you
go-
went
let's
to
do common
you went to
ground.
we've talked about that cult before.
Which cult?
Yeah.
Your cult.
Oh, the Catholic thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
In
Matt
Steubenville.
brought it to my attention
Yeah.
years ago.
Found
How
it
do
in a
you know
magazine.
about it?
I just
Yeah.
read about it in a magazine.
Man, it's
I
the
was like,
nicest. I'm resisting the
condemning
term
them.
cult. It is the nicest, loveliest town I've ever been to.
Cults are nice.
Terrible football team.
Really?
Well,
Who were they playing against? The
they were
Jews?
playing Toronto,
Wait, what town?
Steubenville, Ohio. I loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a Catholic town.
Yeah,
He's like a devout Catholic.
Yeah, it's like back the priest, back
Do,
to the.
do you ever see those Church of the Holy Sepulchre where they swing those fucking steel rods
smells
full of
and bells.
smoke?
Yeah, I love it.
Damn, that was badass.
Smells and bells.
Yeah,
What do you like?
And they
and
dance
do
in
you
the
go to
grave
a
with that
Latin,
one black dude.
Latin mass?
I do. Yeah. Wait, which black dude?
Jesus.
Yes, we love him.
He wasn't black, dude.
What?
I mean,
Arab.
He would have been in the sun a
Send him
lot.
there.
He would have been darker than we are today.
I like how the blacks try to claim him when he's clearly Arab.
Yeah, he's obviously Arab.
And they
all
were
came
like,
from
not
Africa,
white
though.
means black.
we all did come from Africa, though.
You ever think of that?
I mean, who built the pyramids? I don't know.
Aliens.
You come calling us aliens now?
Aliens and the blacks.
That is crazy to have an eighth wonder of the world just lifted up under your fingertips. Like, nah, that was us.
Yeah, we did that.
We did that. We did that.
You guys, what have you guys done?
Fuck it. Stock market.
True. Pretty good.
You know.
What
pretty
else? That is pretty good. Hollywood.
much, a schmear.
Mendelssohn.
Hollywood.
You had
Nuclear weaponry.
Yeah.
Yep.
My thing, why don't we just settle it once and for all? That has to be the easiest thing to like truly investigate and just prove. And then from there be like, all right.
What's that?
Like who made the?
To be like, it's the Jewish controlled media. To be like, that's a lie. Be like, fine, I don't care.
I don't know why
like,
we won't admit it.
hit the fucking paperwork and then be like, look, we only own 30%. And be like, yeah, that's fair.
Right.
50, 60, 70. Like, what percentage of the media would have to be owned? And then it's like, at that point, it's like,
Gardini's looking it up.
at,
You can be
that
on a
point-
list, guard dog. You can't. You can't
That's the
even,
thing. I don't.
on the
That's the thing
media.
that freaks me out. It's like, why not just like look into it and then be like, oh, it's 60%, and people go, okay, well, that's fair, free market capitalism. Why are you crying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, what's the fuss?
What's the
true
fuss?
It's
number?
not a group. It's their individuals who all own it.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But there are Kanye West is arguing like, yeah, but if they happen to all be, if 90% would happen to be Jewish who own the media, theoretically,
Yeah.
he's like, I'm just saying that's the case, and they're like, no, that's not true. It's like, dude, we can easily prove this.
Well,
right
it
now.
is true
The guy
Is
from
it true?
Virgin. The guy from Virgin is
that
not Jewish.
most of the heads of media corporations are Jewish.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
Yeah,
Really?
I think that's
But like
I don't know. That's
90% of
what- I
your
haven't-
basketball players are black.
So do
It's
they
not
own
like
the
the
NBA?
black-owned NBA.
The what?
You can be white and play in the NBA. Like the blackness
For sure.
doesn't qualify you to do it. And maybe it does. I'm not
point.
familiar with
What
the
are you
rules in this
saying?
country.
What the hell are
I'm
you
just saying
talking
white
about?
people are having a hard time playing sports over here.
We're having a bit of a renaissance, dude. We've been
Yeah.
flying
Yeah.
in those Eastern European bros.
we
who've
are
been
having a
like-
renaissance.
You're getting big Croatians in there.
MVP
Oh, yeah.
the last 2 years in the NBA has been a honky.
He's so good.
Yeah, true. Gasol.
Yeah.
Wait, who owns the media corporations? What is there?
Gasol.
Is that
New
who
York
it is?
Pal
Times.
Gasol.
Pal
New York
Gasol.
Times-
Gasol.
is
No,
New
it's
York Times
I
a
know
Mexican?
it's my
got
bad.
it.
My bad.
You
It's
got it.
Carlos Slim.
Well, that's
Am I right?
Hold on. We don't change the subject.
Yeah,
We're
I
getting
think
to the
so.
bottom of the JM.
Okay,
That's
that's what I'm
what I'm
talking
saying.
about.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm saying the New York Times is
New York
owned by a
Times
Mexican
Mexico.
guy.
analysis.
We're talking over each other.
True, true.
This is exactly what the JM wants. They want us
Obfuscate.
squabbling.
What's the prognosis?
I mean, I tried in the car. You can't really find the data.
They won't let you find the data.
Why not? That's what I'm saying.
Not on the
Right.
first page
I-
of Google.
We
Just
know
go
how
to
many white
Wikipedia.
CEOs there are.
Who owns YouTube?
Google.
It's a lady, I think.
A lady?
CEO of YouTube.
No, not
No.
CEO. We're talking about owner.
Yeah, bro. We're talking about the board.
Who owns YouTube?
My thing is
Zuckerberg is big.
Zuckerberg,
He's
yeah.
Jewish. That's a big one.
But then Bezos owns Amazon. He's not Jewish.
He's
is
not
he?
Jewish, but that's not media.
Yeah, what the fuck's Bezos?
They have Amazon
I
Prime
think he's
Video.
like super what,
like-
like
They're trying.
top level white.
What's that one? It's like Zoroastrian. What's
Zoroastrian?
that?
Is
Yeah.
he Zoroastrian?
He might be Zoroastrian.
He
dude.
could be.
I
Lizard
don't know
person.
what
That
he
predates
is.
Judaism, though.
Yeah, I don't
That
know
was
what
one of
he
the
is.
first monotheisms.
Damn, dude.
Zoroastrian.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can marry your cousins.
Ahura Mazda is the god. And he has an evil counterpart that brought all the evil into the world.
What's the evil guy's name? Do you
I
know?
forget. It's something like that, but it's like,
Mr. Naughty.
yeah.
Yeah. That's the translation.
Yeah,
Mr.
that was,
Knott?
dude,
Mr.
Zoroastrianism was the shit for a while, and it just completely collapsed.
Yeah.
Couple guys
came.
left, couple
Jesus
bros
came
left.
and gave the world the truth.
Well, yeah, then it was Judaism.
You
and then-
guys tried to deny it, and you hurt him. You hurt him. You guys were mean to our Lord.
Yeah, we tried to stop something that would affect our dominance. What
You had
world
no
were we-
dominance, dude. Rome was fucking you guys up.
David fucking nuked you guys with a goddamn slingshot, bro.
What?
Yeah, Judaism was the most powerful place on earth.
Well, I do think they were in the process of getting the power.
You couldn't even figure out what you were trying to say. It was pretty good, but the Romans came in and gave you
We
all
had
that
we
for
had
it.
a no conversion rule when David was in charge.
Yeah.
They're like, we're too.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna do this for the wrong reasons now. Just trying to join up. No conversions.
That is the one thing. The Jewish history is, it's epic, dude.
Yeah.
Literally a small band of dudes fighting their way out of a desert, trying to get killed from every angle.
yeah.
I'm like, it's kind of a success story.
It's
I'm always
Kill Bill.
like,
It's been a fucking huge success story.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Now they
dude.
control the biggest empire in the world.
The
It's
media.
pretty sick.
They control the
That's what
United
I'm saying.
States.
What
They
I'm
control
saying
the
is,
banks and media.
I think
In-
I think the history is so fucking lit and terrifying
Yeah.
that it's just like, dudes, I'm if I find out that it's 95% JM, it's just a big high five. Like, dude, that's the craziest.
Every Nobel Peace Prize or
That's
every
the-
Nobel, they win everything.
They win
That's
everything.
what I'm saying. If
They're
we find out
smart.
it's true, then it's like, okay, what's good? How'd you do it?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Learn from them. Focus on the positives.
That's what I'm saying.
I
But
think
no
people-
one will give me the data.
I
I'm
don't think
trying
they
to
own the
deliver the
media.
ultimate high five and be like, dudes,
What?
Who are the big media outlets? Because they were saying Jews are
Viacom?
It's like two.
CBS, AT&T,
CBS, AT&T, Comcast.
Viacom.
But they were saying Jews control the media before any of these places existed.
true.
I think they did.
But who are they?
They-
Like
We
who owns
don't.
them?
You literally can't talk about. You literally cannot talk about this
Why can't we talk?
because
about
they
it?
think if someone got the right fucking internet image of like all the things, they would just everyone would launch a Holocaust again. It's like I don't think that'll happen.
No.
No, if you want to appreciate it, like they said, the Jews ran Hollywood.
Yeah.
Hollywood was making the best movies in the world. The
what
Jews
I'm
were not
saying,
running
bro.
the French film industry.
ran it right to
they
the
were
top.
terrible movies.
I'm trying to give my
Yeah.
brothers
Jews did
a
a
high
good job.
five.
That's
Jews
right.
did a great
Dude,
job.
Yeah.
My people were literally white savages in the plains, and we got Christianity, which stemmed from Judaism.
That's right. Even Christianity comes out of us.
It does.
You don't even have your shit without
the
us.
Jews made Christ.
Ari Shafir Jew, November 2nd, only on YouTube.
Yes.
Big high five. But and then Kanye West goes, he's been wronged. His people have been wronged. That's his complaint, and he just wants to engineer a better future. But his whole point is you literally cannot have this discussion at all.
We're
It's
doing
like
it.
fair enough.
We're doing
We
it.
think we're doing
No,
it.
I
We're
do
doing
like
it.
that.
See how it
The
goes.
can't have a discussion is interesting.
You can't talk about it because it's. But they also, from every angle, you go, oh, okay. It's like, yeah, but the Holocaust was in the 1940s, bro.
Yeah.
I have a penny from when there was the Holocaust. I think
Yeah.
I can go. Ooh, that was a bad year.
It was a bad year.
Let me have that penny.
Ooh.
But when he says you can't talk about it,
Just any penny really will do.
But yeah, that's the one that's like it's kind of weird.
but he said like you can't talk about this. But he wasn't just talking about it. He said he wanted to go DEFCON 3.
But his whole thing is he has to go over the top to open up the convo.
But like there should be
That's what he
some
said. That's
level
why
where you're
that
threatening
makes sense.
nuclear
That's-
war on Jewish
it's-
people. Where
that's what
if
you
there was
read
no
out of it.
line, that would be weird. If the media was like, yeah, everyone
I
should
mean,
be having
dude, say
nuclear
you're
war
going
against Jewish
DEFCON
people.
3 against the Jews is wild.
It's a lot.
You can't have a discussion like well, you have
He's
to
having a
rethink.
mental breakdown.
I think he's super smart and up to something. He's trying to make interesting points.
I don't think.
I think he's been doing
Well,
it
that-
well.
so Lex-
What
I
does
think
white
he's-
lives matter mean? It's got to mean something
Oh,
more than
that
just
was-
I hate blacks.
It had the Pope on the front,
Wait.
and it had Spanish.
No,
No
it
one
just-
read into
he
it. No one
watched-
read about the shit.
He watched Candace Owens' documentary
yeah.
about how Black Lives Matter is a fraud. She made a documentary about that.
Yeah.
He watched it. He was like, "This is the truth."
He brings
Yeah.
it up. He brings it up.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
loves that documentary.
He brings that up.
He recites it.
What does he say? Then Lex is like, he's like, dude, I'm as healthy. He's like, I'm as healthy as I've ever been. I haven't taken medication in 2 years. And Lex is like, how you been sleeping? He goes, that's low hanging fruit, bro. Don't ask him. Was he talking like basically alluding to the fact he was in a manic episode? He goes, dude, you're better than that.
You're
That's
better
that
than
like Piers Morgan, old guy on the way out, low hanging fruit, grab rating shit. He goes, don't do that, man.
Wow.
Yeah,
How you been sleeping?
yeah.
Low hanging.
He was hitting him with like, are you on a manic episode right now?
Oh, don't do that. Don't just call me crazy.
And he's like, bro,
That's what he did
low hanging
Chappelle
fruit.
when he's like, I don't want to do this anymore. You guys make this suck. And they're like, you must be crazy. You're on drugs.
Yep, but dude,
It's
he
like,
either
can I
is.
just-
But I think Kanye is having a manic.
It's so
episode.
hard to do because you watch
Like
it and it is a lot of it's complete.
I mean, it's none of
hard to
my
follow
business.
Nonsense.
Yeah.
What
True. Fair point.
if he wants that? If he's having a mental breakdown, who am I to sit there and be like, he's crazy? I'm not calling him
I
crazy.
It
think-
is easier to write off a point you don't like by saying you must be crazy.
to
instead
be
of-
fair, I think I've podcasted while manic. To be fair,
Definitely.
Yeah.
to be fair,
Yeah.
that might be why I kind of watch him and I'm like, I love him.
It is interesting.
It's very
Watching
lovely.
my
It's
brother on
interesting.
a manic episode, and be like, here's
Yeah.
another thing I'm thinking.
A Beautiful Mind was a good movie.
Yeah.
But no, it is. Yeah, it's weird. The whole thing's weird and very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. But it is, I don't know. It's interesting.
But like 6 of the last Manic episodes have been great, back to back. No one when he was on Ellen, when he was doing
When he's
the.
going
Did you
after
see the
Pete?
BBC interview 10 years ago when he's on? It's tremendous.
And he's all over the place there
He's,
too.
I think Yeezus is a full Manic episode.
Dude,
Yeah, a
I
lot
think
of his
evolutionarily it might have a place in like some dude
Yeah.
just goes berserk for 6 months and comes back with like one good idea and you're like, whoa, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of sick.
He would go berserk and put out like the best music.
Yeah.
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 I mean, you got to be a little crazy to be on that level.
Yeah.
You renamed yourself from an already fake name.
The name change is wild. Yeah, he does make wild claims.